I'm gonna have too many things popping up. Open our chat. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I got a quick meeting. In about 15 minutes. Unless nap. No. Hopefully have time. And of course, I feel super awkward because it was quiet in here. Now there's a line of people. But oh well. It's still pretty quiet. This is what I got going on. Lemon Swiss. So I checked my email this morning, and he did give me permission to record. So this might just segue right on into what we're doing. But I'm gonna eat a quick part of the eat first. You're not Chris, are you? No. Okay, good. I got. Hi, Mo. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to get a quick bite before they show up. That's not Chris. They're a little pricey, but Target sandwiches are actually pretty good. This is their Archer Farm sandwich, and you can tell it's really good quality ingredients. Nice thinly sliced ham, croissant type ciabatta, brioche roll, Swiss cheese, and some very good Dijon mustard sauce. I probably could have eaten first and do that. Nice. When you finally get here, I put the timestamp mark in there so that all this dead space, you can fly by it and just pick up where we live off for the meeting. I gotta eat more when I'm at work. I'm always leaving work hungry. But this is the proper way to peel a banana. No. Yes. Okay. How can monkeys do it? That's how people are supposed to do it. Then when you get done, it actually looks like a cartoon banana. And you can have somebody walk by and boop. Just kidding. Don't do that. The time is 9:49. And this is why I'm always trying to get on some Wi-Fi because I downgraded. Got a nice, cheap, simple cellular, consumer cellular, $20 a month or 40. Yeah, I think it's $20 a month. 40 for me and my daughter. That's all I need. Just talk and text, and use the Wi-Fi when I'm around Wi-Fi. I feel like I'm hunched over my food. Like, don't get my food. Just try to eat quickly. Make sure I have my notebook ready. Yeah, I got plenty of paper. So we're probably going to end up talking about the business names and logos quite a bit. So all that paranoia that I've been having, I had to get over it because we're going to be talking about it. I mean, he has to mention it, right? Hold on. Come on back. Make sure I got everything in order. Before he gets here. Yeah. It's cold, so the bread is hard. But otherwise, it actually really is good bread. Very thinly sliced ham. Nice, nice. Swiss cheese. And just enough Dijon mustard. And I just found out what mukbang means, and now I'm doing it. So happy mukbang. Nice. I keep looking over my shoulder because I don't want him to walk in and I got food in my mouth. Got my notes ready. Got my gum ready. Got some extra napkins. I'm in Target, but it's a Starbucks. Starbucks Target. I missed a very important appointment yesterday. I had it on my calendar, but I didn't look at it before I left home, so I was supposed to meet with a realtor yesterday. Got my weeks mixed up. I got him on next week, and my daughter's thing on yesterday. And it's spring break, so her thing would have been yesterday anyways. So I had to reschedule that. Don't want to reschedule today. Not a bad combination. Any minute now. It's really good. Oh, not bad at all. See if I can see how much it costs. Can I do my receipt? Oh, here we go. That was delicious. $4.29 for the sandwich. $2.59 for the juice. 29 cents for the banana, and $1.09 for the pack of gum. Pretty good value for $8.26. Nice. See? That's how you're supposed to kill a banana, so it looks like that when you're done, like the little cartoon bananas. Woo! hope this is a good spot. I'm right up under the Wi-Fi thing, so it should be good.
Okay,
Hey, Chris, good morning.
Good morning. Give me a second.
Just in the nick of time. Okay.
I'm just going to grab some.
Take your time. Take your time. All right. Well, okay, I'm back. I had a bunch of other people. It looks like they're going live too right now, and it kicked me off. I finished up that food in the nick of time, and now I gotta do some damage control. But if you don't want to have a meeting smelling like, I got my other phone plugged up right there. So this is my business phone. That's my
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah, it went from 70% to 90.
And I apologize. I may have to check some text messages here and there.
Go right ahead.
My mom's a pilot, and she has her airplane out at Grand Prairie, which they had a lot of airplanes get flipped over last night.
Holy cow! Because of the storms.
Because of the storm. So
oh man.
She's texting. She just showed up out there, so she's telling me what's going on. So
to check and see the condition of her plane.
Her plane's everything okay.
Oh my god.
So, are you live streaming or are you just recording?
No, I'm live streaming now. I gotta aim towards me because I didn't know how computers
No, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Not at all.
And then I was actually gonna live stream on my phone and be able to show you on here, but you can either way. You can see my websites on here. So.
Yeah. I'm not too
and I was like
either.
trying to eat really quick because my son told me this morning, yeah, I got an appointment at 10. I said, I gotta be somewhere at 10. I said, just drop me off.
So, no worries at all.
I'm not in a rush at all.
I'm gonna pull this up though because I want to pull up a couple things we'll be talking about.
All right, let me get my little notebook here.
So, how's everything going today? Working at night, you must be a little tired.
Yeah, I took a quick nap.
This is kind of your day.
This is the middle of the night for me. Yeah, because if I get home at 6:30, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 4 hours of sleep. But I stay up a lot to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Gotta get her done.
Been there, done that. So, previous life, I worked night shift at a manufacturing facility, and I get it.
Yes.
Fully understand.
Yes, you know exactly what I mean. And hopefully soon, when my business takes off, this will be my previous life.
Exactly. So, let me...
Neck thing.
You know what I'll do, just so I make sure that I don't mess with yours? I'll stay off. This is LTE, so I'll use my data.
What do you mean?
I have cell service on this, so I can use, like, Verizon.
Oh, so the
data.
more people that are around can kick me off or something?
The more people that get on, it can cause you to get issues, so I'll stay off.
Maybe that's what was going on earlier because there was a long line of people. First it was quiet, then it was a long line, and then it started coming in and out. But see how quick I can make this.
So, I think it was sleepgoodies.com. Right?
That is right.
All right. So...
And I've got another one, but we can work on that one because that's the one that I have the most product for right now.
Well, cool. Let's talk about that. I want to kind of learn a little bit about what you do, and then I can quickly tell you what we do and do that. But I know that I kind of watched a couple of your videos on YouTube and stuff you sent me. Kind of got a little bit of context from there. Props to you by doing the videos.
Documenting it, yeah.
It's tough for people to do that.
It is. Yeah, I got a little bit of a personality, so I'm just directing any fear I might have through that, and just letting it, talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah. So with you, and are you cool talking about all your websites on?
Well, you didn't set the name now. They know now, but no, it's okay. They are actually up and running. Like this one, I've got very little stock for this one here.
That one there. I'll just.
And I'm just starting it off.
We're gonna keep something secret.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep something secret. I'll let you guys know about the other one. And then I've got half the inventory I want for the other one, and everything else that's on there, whatever you see to get it. And so. First one is Shopify because I'm familiar with it. I've done that before. This one is 3D cart. I just kind of wanted something with a different layout and just kind of have a different feel because like I also have a GoDaddy account and it's super easy to use, but it's almost like too basic looking. You know what I mean? The final product. I don't know. So that's why I went with the 3D card. Just kind of wanted something to look a little different from Shopify because in my mind, everybody knows what a Shopify store looks like. Not that it's a bad thing, but I kind of want to stand out. And
sure.
It's okay. I'm figuring it out. It's not as user friendly as the other stuff. But.
So let me ask you what you're doing here. the products that you have, are you buying them here somewhere local and reselling, or are you getting these made somewhere else?
So that I want to get customized.
Okay.
Right now, it's in its plain form. I've got some quotes from Alibaba that I'm kind of working on. I really want to try my best to get as much stuff U.S. made, which is kind of weird because most of that is wholesale stuff from Canada. They have a store here in Utah. Not a store. They have a distribution facility in Utah. But when I got my boxes in, it said their name from Canada, but at the bottom it still says made in China. So it's kind of like, what's the difference? You know? But yeah, wholesale is basically what I'm trying to do.
I'll tell you this. I used to run two national manufacturers that have products. We ship them all over the United States, and everybody makes it in China.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
pretty much. Unless it's something handcrafted and just specific to a region, like Texas made beef jerky or something. Like
exactly. There are some very specific things that are here U.S. made, but almost everything, especially electronics, are made. And with Alibaba,
small consumables like
with
that.
Alibaba and stuff like that, it's making it very.
I'm going to do 2 live streams. Well, actually, I'm going to do a regular recording and then a live stream because it's still going out regardless. And I don't have anybody on there watching right now, so I can edit that after the fact.
No worries.
Switch it.
So let's...
Switch it. This way.
Go.
Okay. This is going to be in addition to the live stream because the Wi-Fi is going out kind of weird here. I want to make sure you guys don't miss anything. Okay. What's the next question?
So
why did I pick those?
Yeah, why these niches? What
okay,
got
so
you
actually my idea to start my own business was last year, almost 2 years ago. I have cats. I love cats. I'm a cat person. And I had dogs too at one point. And so I had a pet store type thing set up. And it was through GoDaddy, but mostly it was an affiliate site. I suck at being an affiliate marketer. So that plus I ended up getting rid of my dogs and I ended up shutting that down. And I read somewhere the suggested idea was just start off on eBay, get familiar with selling to people, which I've been doing eBay since last June. And I mean, it's been pretty decent, but I don't like the fees.
Yeah.
I don't like the fees. I don't like the rules. And it's like, you know what, I wanted to do something in addition to it, something like everybody says, find your own niche. I don't do technology. I don't know about gadgets and gizmos. I didn't want to.
Way too crowded.
Yeah, I just wanted something simple that I'm like, something that I would use that I need. I work nights. That kind of, not this
way
one.
To relax.
Yeah, I work nights, so these are products that I would use or have used for me, and then.
This makes so much more sense now.
You know what I'm saying? So there's something I can speak about from experience and from an expert level, and the other one's kind of like, everybody takes a bath, so.
yeah. Okay, see, when you said that, this makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, later on down the line, maybe I can branch out or do something that's a lot more popping and trending, but I'm like, I'm not a trendy person, so I need to do something that I know.
Okay. No, I don't think it's a bad idea because you want to come from authenticity.
Exactly.
And make sure that, so for example, to give you kind of an example, when I first started getting into figuring out e-commerce, I mean, this was 2007, 2008, when I first started I figured out, I had this great idea of, well, I'm going to sell sheets. I don't know nothing about sheets.
I thought maybe you liked them.
No, but I saw it and I thought that people will buy this stuff. Everybody wants good sheets for their bed.
Yep.
There's not a lot of people selling it. I'll do it. Built up the whole store, set everything up. But the reality is I didn't know anything about it.
Exactly. See,
I didn't.
And you spend so much time trying to research and do the market analysis and all that. It's kind of like
it didn't work out because
takes away.
Yeah, because of that reason. I didn't know about it. So yes, doing something is the first thing, and that's what I wanted to hear. So that's what I was curious about. So okay. And you said most of these you're going to be wholesaling.
Yes.
That
one I'm probably going to do local just because it's a lot easier to get that done locally. And I mean, there's a couple places here in Texas that I found that make that, and if I get them in bulk, they'll be pretty decent enough to get and then make a profit off of.
Okay, I'm going to try to open this up on something else because I am on an iPad, so it does kind of look funky on here sometimes. I want to see.
If it was gonna show up differently or
It's gonna show up
load
differently.
faster.
Yeah, because so this one here is a mobile version. This one here is still a little squished, but it's not the mobile version.
Yeah, and that's the Shopify store.
Yeah, this is Shopify.
So they're probably geared more toward mobile, right?
They optimize for it. It's just I was curious to see how things change because the one thing I'll tell you with Shopify at least, I don't know about your 3D cart. I don't know how customizable it is because it's been a bit since I messed with 3D cart.
Well, I looked them up, and it seems like they've been around for a while.
They have been.
But they haven't changed in a while.
No,
they have not updated. That's why I was like, if I didn't know about Shopify, I would not know how to do the back end stuff on there because it was just like, this is archaic.
Just to give you an idea, I was messing around with 3D cart in like 2005.
Exactly.
2006.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit. So anyway, that was my main thing for just checking to see how it looked differently. So from the aspect of, let me ask you this: with 3D cart, what did you like about 3D cart that Shopify wouldn't do for you?
Just because I've been looking at those 3 or 4. Actually, I've got my domains are through. I got several domains, but I'm only working with a couple. My domains are through name.com, and their stuff is set up a little bit different, almost like I want to say Wix. I never had a Wix account, but I did a little demo thing, and it was okay. I just wanted something that looked different, that didn't look like, okay, I can tell, even though it's a different template, I can tell this is a Shopify store. Like, I don't know, I just wanted it to be more official, because like everybody's got their own store nowadays, and it's kind of like,
now it asks you not say who this is that we're looking at, but I just wanted to give you an idea, just something to look at, because this is a client that I'm currently working on, and I don't necessarily want.
My lips are sealed.
So,
see, now whatever that is right there, that looks different than what I've seen as options.
This is Shopify.
It just depends on the themes that you use. Okay.
The theme that you use and how you build it.
The themes make the difference.
Yeah.
See, and that's nice too. I like that setup.
Yeah. We need to update this picture. We're still working on it. I mean, this
might be an option for me too, but I hadn't seen that.
Yeah. So, and just.
That looks super professional. It doesn't look like, oh, I got some YouTubes and now I got a Shopify store. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah. Now, we haven't updated this in a bit. It's just because they've had some challenges with owners. But this is another one this one does a little bit more like your standard Shopify site. But
and even this, scroll down a little bit, even this part right here, it doesn't look quite so boop, 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 boop. That looks, it just looks different.
Yeah. So the main thing I will tell you, whoops, I won't log in. The reason I want to show you these is because the themes that they give you for free on Shopify are all kind of look this way.
The cookie cutter look.
They're very cookie cutter. They very much look like a Shopify website. This theme here is, and I'm not saying you should go get this theme, but this is about a $350 theme. This one's about $160. Now, once you get the theme, you can make it do anything you want. If you can envision it, you can make it do it.
And I really wanted my logo to be like a little bit more prominent, instead of kind of like, oh yeah, and this is who it's by. But it seems like the themes that I was looking at kind of had
that's new. Hold on.
Just to the side. And then being able to play with the size too. Like, I didn't want my theme to be this big. I want it to be like, you pop up, oh, this is the store.
Yeah. So just giving you an idea of what could be done. They don't all have to be that cookie cutter site. They are completely customizable, but you have to start out with a good theme. There's a really good theme on Shopify called Responsive. Like, literally, that's the name of the theme.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
I'll show. No problem. Again, I apologize for the text. They're messaging me about the...
Oh, yeah, I had a bunch of notifications pop up as soon as I put my thing on. I'm like, oh.
I just wanted to show it to you while we're sitting here.
Oh, wow.
This one. Like I said, it's a little bit more money, but you get 4 different themes in one. The nice thing about this one is it's completely customizable. It used to be $160. They just went up, actually.
See, and I at least want to be able to have a solid amount of revenue and consistent revenue.
No doubt.
Before I do
No
that.
doubt.
Because I think I saw some of those and I was like, nice, but that price.
No, I get it. And I wanted, you were mentioning that was why you went 3D cart. Mm-hmm. And I want to at least show you that you can completely customize one. I'm not saying you do that now. You're 100% right, and you're doing the right thing. You need to have sales first. So whether you pull that in from an eBay store or wherever you pull that in from, you need to make sure you have those sales to pay for this.
And that's another reason why I think I failed last year, is because I spent so much on logos and business cards and advertising, and I'm like, I'm not even making money yet. And
I mean, that stuff can sometimes be important, but at the same point, the main thing that is sales. So I guess let me quickly tell you how I started and what I'm doing. I started my own business in 2016. I had been, when I was 15 years old, I started working in a retail store doing, brick and mortar retail sales. I mean, I used to work,
one of my first jobs. Not
at a place this big, but like a store like this. That's what I worked in. So I quickly had to learn how to sell stuff, sell products. And I loved it. I enjoyed it. And I wasn't like one of those sleazy salesperson type of people. I realized pretty quickly that people are coming in, they have a problem, they're looking for a solution. As long as they can find their solution, they're happy to buy whatever they need for that solution. It isn't necessarily about the money or being the sleazy sales guy. It's
just trying to convince them or push them into doing something.
Finding the solution to their problem, and being honest about it. You know, that's the reality of sales. So years transition, internet started coming around. It's, in the industry I was living in, they were like, oh, the internet's going to kill our industry, blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, the reality of the situation is, if you use it to your advantage,
right, it can enhance what you're already doing.
Exactly. So I started getting into e-commerce. Some of the stores that I was running at the time, I was building stuff for them to sell products. I eventually transitioned into some manufacturing companies that sell all over the United States. I worked in Mexico for a little bit. I worked in Oklahoma for a bit, continue to build this up. Well, as people knew that I was doing this, I got more and more questions about it, and I started having people asking me for help. Of like, can you help me with this website? Can you help me build this up for my store? And I eventually got to the point where it was like,
their contract labor.
well, I can get paid doing this.
Right.
So that's when I started my own business. We now have I have now 14 members that are under me,
nice.
and we're building websites for clients. Right now, mostly in Fort Worth, but I mean, we've got some that are in LA. We've got some that are in PA, Pennsylvania. So, that's what we're doing. But we specialize in strictly e-commerce. That's all we do. That's
cool.
All I want to do, because I like selling products. That's what I'm good at doing.
I've never been the best salesperson, but that's something I'm gonna have to learn, a skill that I'm gonna have to sharpen, because the industry that I'm in now, I mean, I'm 40 years old. I'm feeling 60 sometimes. It breaks you down.
That's young. You got plenty of time.
Sometimes my knees tell me otherwise. My knees and my carpal tunnel.
You got plenty of time. So that's not a worry at all. So the age isn't a big deal. And in some ways, to be quite honest with you, because of your experience at your age and what you do now, you're much more capable than any, I'm considered a millennial, but I mean, I'm 33. So I'm not, I'm an older millennial. But, at the same point, some of these new millennials that supposedly know how to do business and know all this stuff, you have a bigger advantage than they do.
Because I've been trained with certain processes.
Yep.
And a lot of things I just do naturally because of what I've been doing for the last 18 years.
Yeah. It's just a matter of learning this new stuff, but taking your old knowledge and blending it. So it's no big deal. But anyway, what I was going to say, though, is the one thing that you want to look at when you're building an online store, the concepts of this old school brick and mortar retail business. I mean, imagine if you sold these in a store. You would have people come in, they would have a problem. You would have to figure out what the problem is. You'd have to offer them a solution that includes a product that you sell. Okay? it's the same concept with this.
True.
You got to think about people, what they're thinking about with not necessarily about the product, because everybody sells this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very big name right now that everybody goes there and they're buying it at this price and more. So I'm like, how do I compete?
And it's the same. It's the same thing with this one too. Everybody sells these. They can sell these. I mean, you can buy them in the store we're in right now.
Right.
So,
very, very true.
But you have to be able to talk to their problem, feel the problem with them, explain the solution, and then connect it to yours, and then offer that solution to them. The concept of doing it in the brick and mortar is the same. So you build the websites to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You build out content that talks about what it's like to be working at night and trying to sleep during the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, or trying how to relax, whatever that may be. I don't want to go into too much detail.
Oh, but no, that's fine. That's fine. So, but you know what? I do have it. I'm sorry. I'm all on your tail.
No, you're fine.
That's where I make that connection.
Okay.
I got the blog. I'm not planning on doing a blog with the other one because it's kind of like there's only so far you can go with it. But I'm thinking,
take a look at it.
I got to get more consistent with my writing. But other than that, I'm trying to get a lot of curated content too because it's just like I don't have time to write. I'm working. I'm this. I'm that.
Yeah. So the only thing I would say, do you know roughly how many words this is?
I do not. I wanted to make something that was comfortable enough to read in like a very short amount of time, but I didn't do a word count.
Sure. I'm not going to steal this, I promise. I'm just doing the math real quick. No more shows up here. Where's it at? Really? You're not going to give me the word count?
It's supposed to be around 300, right?
I have typically seen success in around 500 to 700.
Oh, where did I get 3
but
from?
I'm in a little bit more. Every niche is different. I would play with it.
Okay.
Do some longer form stuff. Do some shorter form stuff. So I don't know where this is at all.
That one I kind of paraphrased and pulled a lot of information from one or two websites, but I think one of them is pretty much a person. No, actually, no. The About Us page is my personal story, which might segue into one of those blog articles, but at the top. And that might be, no, that still might be about 300 to 500.
No, that's perfectly fine though. The only thing that I would say, and I like what you're doing with the videos, is you may want to turn this into a video.
I've thought about it, but here, I got this paranoia issue. Obviously, anybody can sell this,
sure.
But my paranoia is somebody's going to steal my idea. I don't want to tell him. And I've made a video about that. Like, somebody's going to steal my logo, my name, my this, my that. I'm like, so my getting a trademark attorney is my next step after you.
So
I mean, because it's important, right? Oh, you're hesitating. You're shaking your head.
So here, let me explain why I say that.
Okay.
Ideas. Everyone has ideas.
Yeah, I know. It's not.
Everybody has. The reality is nobody does the execution anymore.
People are always like, I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Yeah. That was my idea.
So here's the thing. If you, let's say you're ahead already by, let's say, a couple months. I don't know how long you've been working on this, but let's say it's a couple months.
Less
just to
than
make
a
it
month.
easy. We'll say a couple months just to make it easy.
Okay.
You've been thinking about it for a bit too.
Yeah.
So if somebody sees this idea and thinks, this is awesome, this is what I want to do too, you're already ahead of them. You just got to keep executing.
True, very true. Yeah, it's just nagging fears.
And I'm going to tell you what, trademark attorneys?
Yeah, I've heard.
Expensive. And the all that trademarks, copyrights, patents, all they do for you is give you the ability to take someone to court to sue them.
Yeah.
And win.
Doesn't actually stop them. People can still do it. Yeah. You still have to put in the work and energy to.
Yeah. Why do you think China's knocking off all this product?
Heck yeah.
So, because someone's got to fight them, and they'll make so much in sales in the time that they're running it before they get sued that.
And then also, depending on how you trademark your stuff, there's like U.S. trademarks, and then there's like international whatever trademarks, right? And if it's not covered, if you don't have the right coverage, then they're without of not in the district, so to speak. They're not within their precinct or.
And the other thing is too is
jurisdiction.
If you trademark in, let's say, you're going to trademark this pen, okay, and you trademark it as a writing utensil. I could trademark it as a tool. The same thing.
Somebody else can trademark it as a novelty item.
Yeah,
still doing the same function.
They're different niches. So I wouldn't worry about it as much.
Okay.
The main thing is execution.
Execution.
So, and
stop being afraid. Just execute.
Definitely.
I gotta get over that.
That right there is we're done with the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the big things that I would say. But just to kind of help give you some ideas on some things to do. This, I think, would be really interesting to walk and listen to a video. It's much more emotional. People nowadays on these products, they don't want to buy from Target. They don't want to buy from a brand called Target. They want to buy from you. Mm-hmm. They want to buy from a person, so that they have a relationship with. If they can have a relationship with someone, and I mean by that is like they feel like a relationship. Obviously, you can only do so much through the internet, mm-hmm. but you sharing your story and then seeing the emotion, the passion behind what you do in your video makes them feel like they know you.
Me specifically, or someone?
Personally, I think it should be you. But not everybody is that way. But I'm going to tell you, if you're able to do this
is different.
And you're able to do this
is different.
It's the same thing.
No, there's all these fears and reasons why somebody doesn't want to buy from me. That's why they're buying from the logo guy. I don't know why that is.
Excuse my language. Screw. Who cares? If they don't want to buy from me, they're not going to be a customer. It just doesn't matter. But there's millions of people out there that will.
Very, very true. Very true.
Because they don't know who you are right now, but they will. And you keep doing your stuff on YouTube, you're going to start to see that.
I've definitely thought about cross advertising or cross promoting, but I just didn't know. It's like this is one element of me, but that's the
you be
my alter ego.
You be completely real about what you're doing. I know some people are afraid to talk about their stores and all that stuff and their personal stuff. I think it should be completely transparent. The more transparent you can be, the more real you are, the more people are going to respect you because you're hustling, you're trying something.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So
how do I make some money, Chris?
So
I need to make some money.
These things are what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is because you start getting people wanting to deal with you because they have a relationship with you and they're like, man, I just this is awesome that she's doing this. I just want to help her out. I'll go buy some of her products.
Very true, because a lot of people that I follow, that's basically what they're doing. This is what I do. You see how I am doing it. Here it is on my website, and it's all about that connection, that personal connection, and they're patronizing the people that they're already following and liking. And
it's a completely separate side note.
This just doesn't seem Instagram worthy, or you know what I'm saying? Like as far as those type of social media platforms, it's like,
I think it is more than you think, because here's the thing.
I have
in a world of make it till you make it, or fake it till you make it Instagram posts, because that's the majority.
You're right about that.
Especially in the entrepreneurial world. Everybody is talking about, I got this, I'm making all this money, and they're going to go rent a Lamborghini for a day to make a video, and they're gonna go do rent this huge Airbnb house to make a cool video to show how awesome they're doing when they're living in their mom's basement. You know what I mean? Like that. That's a real challenge out there, and for someone to see you being real about it, you'll cut through that like nothing.
Okay.
So, and then you'll start to have people that'll start buying. I know they buy some of this because they're in the same boat as you. Than the male niche.
But see, here we go. I'm trying to flip. I think I have. It's trying to gear it towards y'all. I think
it's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'm not gonna say that you can't do it, but I'm gonna have to see it.
I mean, these are stock photos, so it doesn't have the image that I have in mind. But in my notes and the different stuff I've been playing around with, I'm like.
Look at.
And it'd be a smaller niche, but if I can get it to take off, I'd be like, oh wow, cool.
Look at the marketing that Harry's Razors does, that Dollar Shave Club does. Their marketing really does a good job of hitting that niche, and then see if you can kind of mimic some of the things that they do with something like this or something like that, because they do really well. There's also I can't remember the name off the top of my head. There's also a beard oil company that does something real similar to Harry's that would be really good. Would be a really good one to kind of follow, because it kind of hits those niches and those kind of those points for guys.
Okay. I read somewhere, or maybe I watched another YouTube video, that Dove, the soap bar, that when they made it, they didn't make it for women. They just made it. They said they could have went either way. It could have been a manly soap, but they ended up making it supposedly to make soft skin for women. But they said Dove, they could have went either way.
Well, they're going. I mean, there's ads for male specific.
Like
stuff
even with oil, is it Oil of Olay, or I can't remember what it's a popular women's brand, but they've got a men's line. It's like it's the same stuff.
Mary Kay has a whole men's line. In fact, to be quite honest, I use some of it. Their shaving cream. I use it today.
I was gonna say, I can hardly tell you're wearing any makeup at all.
I'm not wearing any makeup. No, they're shaving cream. So they've got shaving cream, cologne, all that stuff.
Nice.
So I got a friend of mine that does Mary Kay, and their shaving cream is actually really good.
Yeah.
So,
the creating and the brainstorming, I feel like I'm really good at that, but the marketing and all that stuff, that's where I fall short.
So here's the thing that I would say, that how you make money, okay? And there's a couple things, but I'm going to start at the baseline of what you want to do when you're looking at your products. Is when someone comes here, you need to quickly grab their attention with their pain point. And, whatever that may be, whether it's, them looking for something to have fun. I'm going to just go generality, so it's not all on your particular niche. But if they're looking to have fun every night because they're sitting home bored, or if they need to get some rest, or whatever that may be, you know what I mean? You got to be able to show quickly their pain point. So, in this particular example here, their pain point here is that they're having a hard time getting sleep during the day.
Or whenever, but yeah.
Or whenever, sure. But they should be doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sleeping in the daytime.
Yep, maybe that one's pretty good. But so, and I would do something with. I'm gonna have to hold on one second. I need to let them know. Back.
So to catch you guys up with what we're doing right now, this is my consultation with Mr. Chris here. I've got my e-commerce stores that have been up for about a month. One for a month, and the other one for about 2 months here. I've got no sales. I think I've done a pretty good idea of developing the sites, but I kind of stuck in trying to move things forward. So, we're just going over the stores and doing some picking apart of what's going on. Yep, and now that's me, and I'm just gonna put this on mute.
So, you want to be able to quickly get them to feel the pain, so that they want to look farther into the solutions you have. In fact, this is talking about quickly about some of the flavors. A lot of people like gourmet popcorn, so they're talking about some of the flavors here. They mostly sell their stuff for gifts, so they're talking about gifts. This is new, so this is not something I did, but they did something for Valentine's, obviously. Again, there's some changes there on this store, but just to give you an example of what I mean. So you want to do something here that quickly grabs their attention to talk about their pain point and gets them to want to look more into it. And then from there, then you want to, instead of having these featured products like this, something I would do is, like, let's say you find 3 or 4 of these pain points. Okay, you want to have pain solution product. Pain solution product. So you want to have
I've got that set up on there now. You went by it a couple times. That means I need to do something different.
Where is it?
Right there at the top.
This right here?
Yeah. That doesn't
grab my attention.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. That's how I got it broke down. Those are reasons why you can't get to where you're trying to go.
So this one here, make a picture that shows that problem, and maybe take a product picture and just add it right here, and when they click on it, go to that product. With a little bit of word to make it all make sense, and then go to that product when you click it. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one.
Touch it. I want you to follow through and see if I'm at least on the right track. And I don't know why that setup is there, but I guess that's suggested stuff. But
yeah, that's what 3D card does.
See, I broke it down. But people don't want to read the breakdown. They want to see and know, right?
Yeah, you definitely want to make. It's gonna have to be something, because literally you're talking about people that, like, I mean, they'll spend a split second looking at something and be like, close it.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna do what I did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't jump out at you. It's just kind of like, oh, what's that?
So
I didn't know I was supposed to look at that.
So yeah, so I would figure out how to get this in more of a graphic sense. So, and if you need help modifying, are you good at, like, any photo editors or anything like that?
Photo editing?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever apps that I've got, I can kind of work with them. I thought you were gonna say HTML or something. I'm like, nope,
No.
Nope. That's why I got the plugin template.
Oh, you don't have it. This Canva website here is an easy way to. It's free to set up.
Never heard
and you
of
can
it.
take images, and they give you a lot of good templates. I actually have the app on my iPad, but you can set up. So you have, like, templates for Instagram posts, Instagram stories, a logo, a Facebook post. You can select whatever template you want. And there is one in here for, like, a website.
You know who else does that I just discovered? Is it Spark Notes or Spark from Adobe? Did they do something similar? I was watching a little demo on that. You got it. I was watching the demo on that last week.
Spark is good too. It just depends on what you want to do. Spark, they do try to push you pretty heavily into paying for it. A lot quicker than Canva does. So
I was looking at some other Adobe products actually, and then that was in one of the bundles. I'm like, I don't even know what this is, and I looked at it. I said, oh, that might be useful.
Yeah. I like Canva a little better personally, because they have a little more templates and stuff like that. So, but I would look at both of them. But this will give you the ability to go in and make some infographics or make some posts for your website. I've heard of that word.
I don't know what the heck is an infographic.
I'll show you.
Is it what do you call it? What do we used to use in school? PowerPoint?
Kinda.
Oh, that reminds me of Pinterest. Okay.
It's used really heavily on Pinterest, actually.
Okay,
also on LinkedIn.
I did not realize that's what it was called. Okay.
Yep. So again, you can go in here and find all these templates. So, there's even, like, business card templates and blog graphics, your Twitter posts, whatever you want. You can go in here, look at, like, you can find YouTube channel art, for example.
And I've been going about that the long way. I've got an old app that I've been using. I mean, it's functional, but it's a little limited. I did not know.
You can go in here if you like one, but you just want to kind of modify it a little bit. You can select it and good.
Thanks for checking in. I'll get with you in just a second.
If you need to answer a comment, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just noticed something out of the corner of my eye. I don't even know what it was. See who that is. So one person's in here. I can't see you, so how about a thumbs up and then leave a comment?
Or
didn't it usually pop up?
Yeah.
Top chat or live chat. There we go. Oh, hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? I'm right in the middle of my consultation for my business plan that I was talking about, so won't be able to answer any questions, but thank you for joining in.
So, anyway, just to go back, I would modify your website a little bit to be a little more like that.
A lot more visual.
A lot more visual, tie into the products that you sell, with, and you can use these templates.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as you start to grow it, you'll want to get away from stock images
Right,
as much as you can, but like, do what you got to for now.
Yeah, I thought about using models, but I'm like, I've got to go low cost or free.
Sure. And there's tons. There's also a lot of different free stock image sites. Mm-hmm. There's a couple you can pay for that are pretty inexpensive.
Unsplash is something that I use a lot right now.
Stock Unlimited is a good one that you can check out. You have to pay I think it's like $9 a month, or it's like
kind of like iStock.
50. Yeah, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than iStock though. We use it ourselves, and I can't remember exactly how much it is. We've been paying for a while now, but it's got a ton of stock images.
Nice.
So visually, that's some things I would change there. The other thing that
and those are Fiverr logos, by the way. That one is okay. You get what you pay for. The other one, I'm a little more happier with.
You wanna know what's funny? Like, top secret here.
On there, I was thinking I would need Adobe, because I doodle a little bit. I'm like, man, when she did that, I was like, I could have done better than that. My 12-year-old could have done better if we had the software.
Yeah, my original logo from when I originally started my business, and I was not who I am now, I had it made by someone, and then when I went to go rebrand to just e-commerce, I actually changed the logo up. I had it similar to the old logo, but I found something I just evolved it and made it a little more simple. So
nice.
Anyway, so same thing on here though is what I would say is just kind of again talk up the challenge that they have, offer them the solution and show them the product that's going to do that. Would be my big thing. Now, how to sell more things? You had said that. Once you have that set up, then you got to send people to these sites somehow. Now, doing what you're doing right now, and this is why I think you should tie in your YouTube video. I gotta get over
this fear. I don't know why.
This is a good way to do that. And at the beginning, you can literally be you asking your friends.
I feel like it's the stock market. Like, I don't want to put everything in one thing. If somebody doesn't like me on here, this doesn't affect this. If somebody, whatever happens there, that's not going to affect. Because let me tell you something. I watch a lot of YouTube people. Not YouTube people, eBay people, because that's where I started off. And a lot of people have shown their store, and then they got a lot of eyeballs on it, a lot of traffic, but a lot of trolling too. So they end up making a second store, like, okay, this is the store I'm teaching you guys with, and then this is where I make my bread and butter, because, like, I'm afraid that's gonna happen. Like, I don't want.
So I will say, if your store becomes better, you're gonna have people that are gonna try to mimic you. I won't deny that.
True.
So, but at the same point, I will say that you at the beginning when you're just starting, you sharing this, I feel it's gonna be better. If it was me, that's what I would do.
You're supposed to be a business person. You gotta put your butt on the line. Yeah. You really do.
I mean, here's
I can't keep hiding.
You gotta tell. I mean, I don't know if this is your personal.
No, this is specifically for this is specifically for its own. The 40 Entrepreneur is its own thing that I'm going to develop.
But like once you have it all set up and everything like that, why shouldn't you go to your friends that you see every day and be like, hey, like, tell me what you think. Like, if it's something you like, do you mind buying stuff? Like, and I get it. Friends are sometimes the worst because they want discounts and stuff like that. I will say that much. Yeah. I get it.
And I don't want to be that person that's just like, I've been pressured before, like, come on, buy my product, come on, girl. It's like,
yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but don't be the one that pressures. Just be like, hey, I've got this. You know, if there's something you like, I'd really appreciate it because I'm trying to grow my business. Mm. So, and go at it like that. But I would keep doing that, and then try to figure out a way, like, let's talk about your social media stuff now. You obviously have a YouTube.
Yes.
You got a Facebook
specifically
page.
For this. I've got a Facebook page for that. I've got a Facebook. I've got 4 pages aside from my personal. I don't even use my personal page I just really communicate with my friends, not my friend, my family on there. Everybody else, I kind of like, I don't know, because I kind of want to get away from social media, which is weird that I'm having to use it. But my Facebook pages are just geared toward that. They're not intermingled.
Are you using Business Manager?
What is that?
Okay. That's a long conversation to answer that question.
I was gonna say, who is that or what is that?
Google Facebook Business Manager.
Okay.
So you should use it. It keeps business separate from personal.
That sounds familiar now that you say it, but I don't think I've got it set up.
It looks a lot like this. So I have all the accounts and stuff that we run, and it has everything separate of my personal Facebook.
Yeah, I think I use it. I haven't like looked into it to know how to work every last thing. I just know I clicked on something that was on my personal page and it said, would you like to have a different page or something? I don't know. But I do have separate pages for it.
Yeah, you just go to business.facebook.com to log in to it. But anyway.
Probably need to watch a tutorial if they've got one.
What are you doing on Instagram?
That was started off. Yeah, that was supposed to be for my eBay store, but I rarely use it. I am not consistent with it. And then because a lot of my eBay stuff is pre-owned, used stuff, and that's why another reason why I want to shift away from it, because people want to buy new stuff. I mean, people want to buy used stuff too, depending on what it is. But I don't know. I kind of felt like I was promoting a lot of junky stuff.
Okay.
So I don't use it, but I've got it.
So Facebook is really nice. So let me kind of give you a summary of those two platforms. Facebook is really nice if you have, with your business pages, if you have the ability to throw ad dollars behind it. Because if you're not spending ad dollars with Facebook, very few people are seeing it. So you don't have a lot of reach. You don't have the ability to get in front of a lot of people. And it's great because you can get super targeted. Like if you I don't know if you've done the research on this, but like say if your audience is females from 35 to 45 and that are mothers and have 2 kids and make $100,000 a year. Let's say if you knew that was your audience, you could go on Facebook and target those people and only advertise to those people.
True. You know, a big mistake I made, I was using my ads to promote my page, not the product. So I got a lot of likes on the page, but no traffic on the product. And I'm like, in hindsight, it's like, okay, that makes sense. But
it has.
I guess I kind of thought people were going to come here and become part of the group. Like, oh, I like her setup, and now let me go check this out. Like, almost like a backwards funnel.
They will on your YouTube channel.
Okay.
They will on your personal.
Because they're seeing me and they're interacting with me. That makes sense.
Because they want to be friends with you.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
hearing you say it, it's like a no-brainer, but I don't know. It's
hard. I'm not denying that. I know that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't record my own stuff, even though I know I should. Because it's hard for some people. And not to say that I won't in the future. I want to. But I'm trying to build something right now to make it where I can have people do it for me. So that's a whole nother conversation. But
trust me, in my other folder, my binders, I've got tons of similar type of ideas, but I know I need to focus on one thing at a time. The fact that I'm doing 2 at a time is probably not very
so
productive or counterproductive.
So that kind of potentially leads into another conversation. So let me go back to,
because I don't want it to be my eBay store, which is a mishmash of everything. It's like, what is she doing?
Sure. Let me go back to, because we talked about Facebook, let me go back to Instagram. The nice thing about Instagram is if you post consistently all the time, there's a lot of huge organic reach as long as you put stuff in context. And what I mean by that is if I post 3 times a day on an Instagram account and I use the hashtags that if I make a post, let's say about mountain bikes, if I post about mountain bikes 3 times a day and do hashtags that are popular hashtags in the mountain biking community, I could go, if I post 3 times a day for a month, I mean, I could go to 5,000 followers like that.
I don't know, that boggles my mind how people are able to get followers so quickly. I'm like, what is this magic recipe?
Consistency and execution and good content.
Okay.
So, as long as you're posting things that are interesting, you're consistent, and then you're tagging the industries that you want to hit
Right
on,
word, keywords.
then you can do it, and it's all organic. You don't have to pay you can advertise on Instagram, but you don't have to pay for it like you would on Facebook. Not
Right.
at the moment, anyway. Next week may change. Who knows? So,
And I've heard,
let's go
one
ahead
of my
and say this
coworkers
is
told
March
me,
13th, that 2019 for the video.
yeah, you don't have to pay for Instagram.
Who knows next week?
Posting, but yeah, that and one of my coworkers told me, why don't you sell on Instagram? I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. I just thought that was a selfie type page that you, hey, look at my outfit of the day.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't even know you
Shopify
could.
even has the ability to tie into your Instagram page, so the products would be. You post a picture of the product, and they can purchase it directly in Instagram.
I may or may not have that set up, but I've kind of neglected this site because I don't know.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of work because it's not easy to do because you have to make sure your products fit their requirements. And like one of their requirements, you have to have a white background image.
Oh, that's kind of like eBay says that too.
So kind of like these you were talking about where they don't have a background.
Photoshop it maybe.
Yeah, there's actually services you can pay. I think it's like 10 cents an image.
Oh, that's not bad.
Where
They'll
do that for you.
I've got the sheet that I use in the background of my eBay. I'm like, that's not going to look professional, so I just use the stock photos from the wholesaler I got it from. That one is mine though. That's kind of a funky look, but
yeah,
I don't know why I use that for the main image, but
I mean,
that's my eBay app. One of my eBay boxes, just a shadow box, light box that I built.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but you want to have. They have a couple requirements. You got to have these type of images. You also have to be in an industry that they are okay with people selling. So like obviously they're not gonna let people sell guns on there and stuff like that. But so they have some requirements you have to meet. But when you're in your Shopify account.
I got to get on Instagram. I'm just not a social platform person. I mean, YouTube, I've been on YouTube since what? Shoot, how long has it been out? 2003 or 4 or 5 or before then?
YouTube was
like that first or second year.
Or 2006.
That first or second year I was on it, and I was like, this is cool. I can look at what I want to and watch what I want to. And only recently I've been on it, but I mean on the creator side. But all that Instagram stuff is like, man, that's for my kids. My son's always like, you're not on Snapchat.
Well, the problem, the reality is you want people like your kids or a little bit older to buy from you.
I gotta break out of my.
So when you're in your Shopify dashboard, there you go.
Yeah.
You can add it there.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So I
there's
think
gonna
I've
be
done
fees.
that.
There's fees that Instagram charges. I'm gonna add this real quick and then I'm just gonna show you. Now this particular client will not use Instagram like this, but it can at least show you. You have to add your Facebook account because Facebook and Instagram tie together. You want to tie your two pages together, and then once that's done, then you'll go through. I can't really go much farther than this because.
So I need to think of some creative ways to use it. I mean, there's only so far you can go with so many products, but I mean, as far as
the reality is how you start selling stuff is you need to find a way to get people that have a reason to buy from you to start going to your website. And you can do that by spending money through ads or talking about the products consistently all the time.
ads.
Where you're going to be able to do that and get a lot of people paying attention is going to be Instagram. So,
man, that motor cannot be any louder. I'm gonna move this closer to you so
no worries.
you can hear it. Good grief.
Yeah. So it didn't help that we came to a coffee shop. I didn't know you were doing this before we did it.
Oh well,
So.
I thought about it at work last night because I was uploading. That one of the apps that I use, I fool around with different cover images just to kind of stimulate my mind. Like, okay, what am I gonna make next? And then I'm like, hey, tomorrow, that'd be cool. I don't know. In the last minute.
No worries.
Yeah.
So the
Always just promote, top it up, or
so the other thing
advertise.
is, let's so the other thing that I would start thinking about before you go too far down this road about with your products is, obviously, if you have some, figure out a way to sell them. Also, I don't know if you do this on here, but you know that you could connect your Facebook page to your Shopify store, and then you could sell on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah, I've got it for that one.
Okay, I know on 3D Cart, I don't think you can do that. At least you didn't used to be able
No,
to
it just it connects you in some kind of way, because it has the icons at the bottom, where so if the person's on the website, they can go to the page, but I don't think it goes the other way around.
So I'm going to tell you really quickly, and I won't go into too much detail of this because I wanted to get to another point before I have to go here in a little bit. But
I need to go back to
this
my
right here
store.
Is why you need Shopify. I wouldn't use 3D Cart. I wouldn't use BigCommerce. I wouldn't use WooCommerce. I wouldn't use Magento, because
Too many ways to connect.
Because you can connect
a lot
Facebook,
of ways to connect.
Amazon, your eBay. You can run your eBay stuff through a Shopify store. And if you run it through a Shopify store, you could pull people off of eBay to go to your website and buy directly from you. So you don't have to deal with the fees.
Which was the whole point of this.
Yeah. You can have, you can add Facebook Messenger, and then there's some other ones here that are kind of very specific to certain industries. Like if you're selling home products, you could use House. But this right here is why Shopify is the best platform. Now, it has a cost. It's more expensive than probably what you're paying for the 3D Cart site. But it starts as cheap.
But you're paying for basically them to help you promote, help you reach out a little bit more.
Yep. So
I should have stayed on the demo a little bit longer. I already paid for my whole year.
Yeah, and if you need another demo site too, because I'm a partner with Shopify, I can actually get you an account. I can get you a demo store for free.
No, I'm talking about the 3D cart. I was in my trial mode for 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, I got this figured out. It's nice. And yeah, what was that, 2 weeks ago? I just went ahead and bought a whole year.
Sometimes they'll give you prorated.
Oh, really? Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying if you need a demo store though, I can get you taken care of that, because it doesn't cost. That's what all these are. A lot of people that I know that are friends they've wanted to try to build a store, and they're just demo stores I set up for people.
Nice.
So, and they're there forever.
Shopify
kind of thing.
is the way to go. I don't know why. I guess I'm such a unique person. I'm like, I just got to go the road. Let's travel. But sometimes that freeway's there for a reason. Everybody's trying to go to the same place, and you are too.
Yeah. So
I should quote that.
Yeah.
That's a nice quote. Road less traveled. ... I'll work on it later.
All right. The other thing I would start to think about is, what type of products do you want to sell? And I would think this kind of goes into the niche conversation, and because if let's say this is the niche that you want to do. Well, actually, let's go here, because I like this one a little better because it's more personal.
Yeah, that really applies to me.
So the one challenge I would say that you're going to have though in this niche is, in order to make real money, in order to place the income from your job, however much it is, and I don't need to know what that is you're going to need a lot of volume, because this is a lot of small dollar
stuff. Yeah.
So,
like an average of $10 profit, 10 to 20, barely 20.
Yeah.
Per item. Yeah.
And so let's.
Not a lot.
If you.
I wish I was a trendier person, because I know people who they make bank off of fashion. I'm just not a fashionable person.
But there's a lot of people in that niche too that it's really super competitive. So now, I'm not saying this is what you should do, but I'm trying to think of something in this industry that would be more expensive. Are you familiar with these machines?
Yes, and I think I might have something set aside for an affiliate, because I don't know about it. So I was thinking about affiliate marketing for this kind of stuff. So
if you can find a product in your niche, whatever the niche is, that's in the $150 to $200 range, there's much more profit margin here. And you don't have to sell as many of them.
True.
Because
I wouldn't even know how to sell the first one now. That's why I'm always, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm like, oh, affiliate market, I'll just put an ad on my page for somebody else. But I'm not even getting people on my page to look at that stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, you got to figure out how to get people there. But I think that goes to be what content you're posting. But I would start evaluating your products and figure out if there's a way to up the price range. Because here's the thing. This product right here, maybe you can get it here, but probably not.
Probably not. That's a specialty item.
So, I don't know I'm not doing the research here to go through and look to see if, there's enough people here or to buy this, but I mean, there's only one company selling this machine. There's only one company selling this machine, and and again, I'm not saying this is your niche, but yeah, there's only one selling this machine. Here's one that's selling 10 different stores that sell this item. So maybe you don't deal with that particular one. You want to find something that's not as competitive, because when you do this,
I don't see people selling anything like that at all.
I mean, first of all, look at the prices. The prices are super cheap. There's wow, that's
and you can pretty much do it yourself if you wanted to. So that's
really,
yeah.
Oh,
you can.
That's a mold to make them, isn't it? I didn't know that. So, there's the machine and everything.
But this one I kind of went, like I said, it's something that everybody uses. I figure like I don't have to know too much about it, and if I market it right, it'll be its own little. Oh, okay, I didn't think about it that way. But yeah, people could do that at home if they wanted to.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is like, look how many things are here. There's all this stuff. How do you differentiate yourself from this? It's really hard, because there's a lot of people that are selling it. So I would start to think about a product that you can find that's in whatever niche you want it to be, whether it's this one or this one, or this one or this one. And then see if you can find higher dollar, because a lot of these products here, those machines, I almost guarantee you there's at least 50 points in them, which means you're going to sell something for $300, you're going to probably make $100 to $150 in profit. So to get $150 in profit on this, you got to sell 10 or 20. So that's 10 or 20 orders, that's 10 or 20 shipments, that's 10 or 20 invoices, that's 10 or 20 customers.
Oh, and another reason why I picked this is it's a consumable.
Sure.
So I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to have to deal with anything that's going to be returned. It broke, it didn't work. It's like, this is what it is, use it, please buy more.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. And if you can find consumables, you can normally find big, high-dollar products that have consumables to go with them. I'm not saying it's a good niche, because I've done the research and it's not. But coffee machines, like these coffee machines, they're $2,000-$3,000 machines.
Everybody drinks coffee, but not everybody has those nice machines.
But there are people that have the money to buy the machines, and then they'll buy from the place that they bought the machine from the consumables, the filters,
that is a very good analogy. Coffee and coffee makers.
But again, I can tell you this:
with
that
the
niche,
grinders built in and the little.
That niche is horrible because there's way too much competition. A lot of people buy another one that I've done research on, and again, it's a horrible niche, but just to kind of get you in the mindset of thinking that way. Chandeliers.
Yep, I wasn't going to think about that at all.
A lot of people buy chandeliers, but it's way too competitive online.
A lot of people buy them and it's competitive.
Yeah, I mean, there's just too many people that are in this niche already that you don't want to compete here.
I didn't know that was a thing.
The other thing is...
and how do you know all this?
So, I work with a lot of dropshipping people, and I dropship myself.
That's what I would have done with that other machine, because like I said, I wouldn't know how to store it.
You don't. You dropship.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
any of these big products you're gonna dropship. You're not gonna store them. So, but anyway, just start thinking about that. Try to find some products that are higher dollar range if you can. Not to say you're not going to sell some less expensive things, because again, you got to have your consumables. But look at surfboard. Surfboard again. This is a field that's very competitive.
I was gonna say very niche, but
It is, but it's
competitive?
very competitive. So,
I wouldn't have
but
thought.
with surfboards, you have wax. You've got all the other stuff that goes with the surfboards that they use. So but it's also seasonal too. Skiing, same thing. There's a lot of hunting, but again, it's very seasonal. So you gotta just kind of giving you a couple ideas to start get your mind thinking about this. If this is the brand, if this is what you want to focus on because this is what you're passionate about,
Yeah.
you have to find things in this niche that are going to be a little bit higher dollar range. And then once you get there, something that I would recommend you really start to look at is this. It's shopping.google.com. Really?
Don't you hate when you have to log in all the time? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can search for, whatever that may be.
I'll watch you later, Jamaica girl. I will watch you later.
So, go in here and, like I said, go find whatever product you want, and you can see, like this particular one, that's got 5+ stores selling it. So that's not super competitive, but you got to realize there's 5 other people selling that item. So when you go in here,
Google.shop.
shopping.google.com.
Shopping.google.
But here's the other thing to think about too when you start looking at these products and you start thinking, brainstorming on these in this industry, is that showed $157, right? But look, it's $208 here, $269 here, $158 here, $153 here. The sale, the dollar range goes from $350 down to $153. So maybe this is not a good item to sell because if it can swing that much, you can never be competitive price-wise. You want to find something you can stay competitive on price. So there's a bunch of different factors here that you got to think about. But this Google Shopping...
Yeah, that makes sense that some things you would have to drop ship. I mean, people have pretty much applied it to a lot of things, but...
I mean, there's some people that sell big, like, home furniture, and they have to freight ship it with drop shipping to customers, but they still make money on it. Because you got to think, if you sell a $3,000 couch, you're probably going to make $1,500 in profit, gross profit, but then you have to pay for shipping, marketing, all that stuff. So I mean, your cost gets even up. But even if you spend $500 to ship it and market it, you still make $1,000 on one sale.
Right.
So. But again, that going down that avenue is a little bit different than doing this. But I think if you do that research and you find something, you stand a much better chance of being profitable and not killing yourself on the onesie twosie small orders. Because, like I said, as I was saying earlier, to make $100 profit on this, you probably have to sell close to 10 of them. It's 10 emails you have to send out to a customer, 10 orders, 10 shipments. That's a lot of work for $100.
Yeah.
Where you could sell one item for $250 and make $100.
Yep. Yep.
So, but drop shipping is a great way to do it, and it's something I would recommend you look into. But again, the drop shipping side of it doesn't work without the marketing and content generation side of it. The content stuff doesn't generate sales unless you have someone to buy it, unless you have a place to send them to buy it, unless you're actively sending them to go buy it. So you're going to have to kind of modify what you're doing.
Talk it up
Content.
or advertise.
Yep. And be authentic. Just tell them, look, I don't like to be a salesperson, but I'm trying to grow my business. I'd really appreciate it if you come check it out. Be you, but still try to sell something.
Be me and sell.
It won't come. It won't come off as cheesy. If you're coming from the right place, it won't come off as sleazy. I should say, not cheesy.
Yeah, I'm pretty cheesy.
If you said it, not me.
I'm sleazy, but I can be cheesy.
But if you come from the right place of you just trying to grow your business and trying to provide someone with a solution to to a problem that you have, that you want, that other people have, you'll be fine. Nobody's gonna give you. I mean, and don't get me wrong, you're gonna have people, the trolls. You're gonna have the people that are just mean because there's just a bunch of buttheads out there.
Just gotta go
Just
through it.
ignore them. They're not your customers, so why waste your time?
Right.
So you're also gonna get 50 no's for every yes.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
deal
ready
with
for
it.
that. I just want to make sure I can get eyeballs and some traffic. I got to figure out how to. I think I know how to check my traffic on my Shopify store. The 3D card I got to fool around and look and see. But
I don't even know what's on this site. This is a demo for a friend of mine.
yeah, I just want to make sure I'm at least getting traffic. Or, I mean, am I?
Analytics.
Yeah,
right
my
here.
analytics. I think.
This is where you see it at. I just want to show you. Click there on the dashboard, and that shows you. Now I would hook up Google Analytics.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do have to do that part, right?
You don't have to.
So that I can get my site crawled or something like that.
Yes, as I say, you don't have to do Google Analytics. I would recommend you do it. But here's some pretty good analytics that they give you in Shopify.
All right.
So I know I throw a bunch at you, but at the same time, like, these are the big things that I think that if you focus on those and kind of set it up a little bit better, then you could start generating sales. If you want to keep it on these businesses and you want to sell things here, I don't think this is a bad thing to do. I would just, as I said, I would modify this a little bit to make it a little bit more attention grabbing. Because like when I first come to this website and I see this, I don't know what you do. Because look, I can't see products. I can't see, these are not catching my attention. All I'm seeing is this. I'm just like, okay, see you later, bye.
Yeah,
and I
okay, that's what they do there. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing for sale.
So now if I can scroll down here, I see you have stuff for sale, but it's like, I don't need a pillow. Close the page.
Yeah.
You got to tell me why I need a pillow. You got to understand the problem that someone has, why they would need that pillow. I couldn't see your problem.
That's okay. I mean, there's hundreds, I won't say millions, hundreds of different types, but not everybody's got that one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe so. Figures on solution. All right. So, Mr. Chris, you have not sold yourself to me. What am I paying you for?
Nothing. Not for this.
Well, I mean, what services though? Can't you do my market for me? My market research for me?
Sure.
Oh, you do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the site.
I would not do it.
Briefly.
I would.
and I
The
just
challenge there is I would have to put one of my other people on it because I don't have the time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, to be quite honest with you. And the
It's probably
challenge.
something I should have done in the beginning, huh? The research stuff.
I would say this. It's going to be much more cost effective for you to do it that way.
So I don't waste my time doing something.
The reality of it is, because there could be so much change. Here's what I don't want. I'm going to be quite honest with you, just bluntly honest. What I don't want you to do is spend money on something that could take a lot of time to figure out before we actually find a solution that can make you money. And you have to continue to pay somebody to do that while you're not making money.
Right.
Because what I'm talking about doing is a lot of man hours. And, I don't know how much it would exactly cost, but our rates are somewhere normally in the $150 an hour rate with my different employees and stuff that I have. And so that can get quite expensive for someone just trying to get started.
Tell me about $150 an hour, yeah.
Now, eventually it's going to get to a point where you don't have time to do it and you're figuring the sales. Okay, cool, easily you'd pay that. And obviously that's why I have a job. There are people out there that do. But my concern is I don't even feel comfortable or good about even offering to sell that solution for you, because you could go down this road of this niche. Let's say that this is the niche that you want to do. and I put my team on it, and we do a bunch of market research and find you everything you need. And we put 20 hours into it, and then realize this is a horrible niche. You still owe that. And that's just not a smart thing to do for someone who's getting a start. So I don't even want to offer that solution to you.
All right.
Because I'd rather not put you in that pinch. Not that I don't want to help you. Not that I don't want to do that for you.
Well, outside of the advice then that you've already given me, what service or product would you recommend for the level that I'm at or the niche that I'm in?
So, other than doing the research that I'm talking about that you should do, once you do that, I would continue to create content. I would try to figure out with what you're doing right now, try to focus on Instagram and trying to get people to come to your website. Once you have traffic coming to your website, there's a really cost-effective way to advertise right now through Facebook and Instagram that makes it so that anybody that goes to your website, like let's say I go to your website and I look at this product, there's tracking. You can put tracking on your website that will see that I looked at this product. So now when I go to Facebook, all of a sudden I see an ad for this on my Facebook or Instagram.
Cookies, isn't it? Or
it's called a pixel.
I've heard of that, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's called a pixel. But once you have that set up and you have the tracking on your site, you can start spending $5 a day to run an ad that shows to the person on their platform, Instagram and Facebook are probably the easiest ones, that says, hey, we noticed that you looked at this. We actually have a special right now for 10% off if you click on this link and use this coupon code. They'll click on the link. It'll bring them back here. You can auto-apply the coupon code so they can add it to cart and buy it.
Nice.
It's really inexpensive to do that. You could start spending $5 a day. That's $150 a month. And you probably at the beginning won't even spend all $5 every day because of your traffic. It's all relying on traffic. So, but what you need to do first before you spend any money on any services like that, you need to build your content so you can send traffic here. And how you're going to do that, you got to figure out what that's going to be. Whether that's going to be this, whether it's going to be that, whether it's going to be posting on Instagram, because you should be.
Should be posting on Instagram, okay.
So, what I think you should do is your little videos that you do. Have you ever used Snapchat or Instagram at all?
I had Snapchat for a couple months just to fool around with my kids, but I'm like, I don't use this stuff.
So, the one thing I would do, which I'm going to open up mine here,
Alright.
is obviously you can go in here and make your posts and stuff by adding pictures and adding videos here. But you can also go here and add to your story. So you can do lives just like you're doing music. You can do live just like you're doing just like you're doing now there, but you can do I'm not going live, but
I know. I just wanted to be cute.
But you could do live there. You could do pictures or videos here of yourself talking to people and like just talk through like what you're doing on our YouTube channel. Take your videos you're recording for YouTube and upload them to Instagram. The only thing is Instagram's going to want you to do it like this, where I think your videos were like this.
Yeah, the best layout is that.
For YouTube
way.
it is. Mm-hmm. For Instagram it's this.
Interesting. Okay.
So you'll have to do different content for one platform. So, but I would start doing not only your regular posts like you would here, but I would also start doing your stories. Your stories are going to be much more personal. It's going to be kind of what your YouTube is, talking about what's going on during the day, what you're feeling, the challenges you're having, growing your business, the things that you want, asking people for help, so on and so forth. The posts that you do, which are going to be these here, I don't know why I can't refresh this, but all of these ones that go here, they're going to be much more about, a little more polished. nicer pictures and maybe a screenshot of your website, or a really good photo you took with with someone at a meeting, or or a family member or whatever. I mean, it's whatever you want to post.
Nice.
So you're talking about being a cat person.
I am a cat person. Yeah.
I'm a cat person too, but I'm a little bit different than a cat person.
Oh my word. Yikes.
That's a big cat. She is the cutest stuff. So I volunteer at a big cat sanctuary on the weekends.
Wow. I'm looking at you in a whole different way now. Like, woo-wee.
So I don't actually go in with them though.
But still.
But anyway.
It's a big cat.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would do. I'll show you some. I'm just gonna look something up while I'm talking. But I would start working on that.
All right. At this point, guys, I'm probably feeling a lot more comfortable to share my brand, and I'll wait till I get home because I'm gonna do a screen share from my laptop on that one. But yeah, I'm over my fears now. I'm already ahead of the game. I just have to execute, and use these social media platforms to my advantage. Yeah, I'm old school. In a way.
That's good.
But I need to break out of that old school to get to the new school.
Old school is great. It's actually better than most. You just need to now adapt to the technology.
Adapt. The word is adapt. Adapt. That is the word. And maybe even the next topic. Adapt. How to adapt. How to adapt. How to adapt.
Also, completely different side note here. You probably wouldn't be a bad idea for you to have a website for yourself that talks about the journey of building these businesses.
Yeah, that's what this is.
You have a Facebook page. You have a website.
You know what? I was looking up names to go with my thing. I was looking up domain names all this week to add to it. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So if you're not huge into building websites, and you want to make something easy, look at like Wix. Wix website builders are really easy to build off of. They give you a lot of good templates. I definitely was thinking
about that, and then even maybe making it a forum, because I'm not the only one, so I don't want to just talk about me. Let's talk about us and help each other out, because everybody wants to do business.
You can also link your other businesses too.
I think I might have thought about that. Yeah. We're on the same page here. All right.
Anything else I can help you with?
No.
Okay. So I will say this. Obviously, as I said, because of some of the costs of what some of my service would cost, I don't know if necessarily I would recommend you using me at the moment, to be quite honest with you, for those things, because but keep working on this. If you have any questions, you can contact me. I'm more than happy to help.
You've taken so much time already, though.
This is what I like doing, though.
Really?
Yeah. This is how I got into it. I was helping people do this kind of stuff.
I was ready to whip out my credit card, like, okay, he's gonna invest this time with me, and he's gonna tell me what's wrong and problem solution. Like, this is your problem, and these are which
the funny
which
thing
subscription do you want?
The funny thing is, all of this stuff I just told you could have found anywhere on Google.
Yeah, but it's different getting it from an expert, because it's condensed, and it's like, instead of spending so much time and what is this and what does that term mean and what is that thing, pixel, I think I know what that is, but I don't know. It's different getting it from somebody who's in the industry already.
And you're probably gonna, like I said, go through this over the next couple weeks and be like, oh crap, now what about this and what about that? Mm-hmm. And just send me an email, whatever. Just let me know and I'll answer it. It's no big deal.
Well, that concludes this. I was going to say podcast. I love podcast. That concludes this.
Just do a podcast.
Oh, that's too much. That's too much.
In fact, I'm working on one right now. I may actually want to have you on it.
Hey, yeah. You're up and coming rags to riches. Hi, this is Kenya, the lady who became a millionaire in less than 5 years. I got to speak it and claim it.
There you go. I talked to her beforehand.
Yeah.
I had her on my podcast.
Back when she was doing her little YouTube channel in the Starbucks. Yep, that's me. That's me. Yeah.
I think you should do it. So.
All right.
All right. Well, then, what I'll do is, if you have anything else, then just let me know. And as soon as you.
Okay. So, do you want your company to be on, or just call you Mr. Chris and say thank you for your time,
You can say
Mr.
who
Chris?
I am. That's fine.
Okay. So this, I didn't forget the site name now because I just looked it up. I just looked it up on the thing.
So.
Here
how's
we
it going,
go.
everyone? I'm Chris Brinkley with Commerce Driven here in Fort Worth,
Texas.
And like I said, we specialize in e-commerce development for people also in the marketing and advertising. So.
At all different levels,
Yeah.
even beginners like me.
Yeah. I love it. I love helping people who are just getting started. So it's just sometimes it's not as cost effective to use our services at first.
Yeah, but once you get to that level and you're ready to scale, it's you gotta believe you're gonna get to that level and then take off from there.
Definitely.
All right, let's do the little handshake thing. Thank you.
It was nice to
Thank
meet
you for my
so.
one person, Miss Brianna. I think you pronounced Brianna, and anybody else who's gonna watch the replay. Thank you so much. When you do stop in, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and share. Okay, bye y'all. Let me